Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on Hichilema'S TV. Guys, we have important things to talk about, but meanwhile, let me play this song as we wait for people to come on board. Thank you. Good afternoon. Tell me where you're watching me from. Comment in the comment section below. Hi. How are you? So a lot of things are happening in our country, Zambia. This song I'm playing is by Zambia. Hi, tell me where you're watching me from. We had a live TikTok. It's been amazing. And I was receiving a call, so I had to cut the previous live stream when I started. Because it was important that I spoke to somebody who called me. But it's also imperative that as Zambian people, you get informed on what is happening in our country, Zambia. Remember to share this video. Good afternoon. Tell me where you're watching me from, please. A lot of things are going on in our country, Zambia, and it's heartbreaking. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. Hi, Musa. When we reach 200, I start. We've just been on TikTok a whole time talking about Dr. Chimakambwele, and it's important that we continuously use our platforms to speak about important things. We are not social media influencers for nothing. We're not here to show you that we are enjoying life and we don't care about your welfare. So be wise who you follow on these social media platforms. So when voting in 2026, ensure you vote wisely. Chingola, wow, good to see you from Chingola. Guys, remember to share this stream. How are you? Good to see you. Somebody wants to join. I'm not adding anybody because I don't trust adding anybody. I've done it before and it was a mess. Batu Chitawino, Kapena Tinga, Konkoloke, Elias Spirit. Thank you so much. So, wow, from Finland. Thank you so much for joining me here on this stream, guys. It's amazing how Zambian people are being kept informed on these social media platforms. And remember to share this stream. First of all, I would like to state that as Zambian people, we have been going through a lot of things. And the things that we're going through as Zambian people have reached us to where we are today. As a leader, you know, and my appeal is to Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, when people use social media to express themselves, always have an ear to listen. Because if you don't listen, you will find yourself in this situation that we're in today. For the past weeks, some of us have followed the things that are happening in Zambia. Personally, I was not really involved with the happenings in Zambia because I was not interested in politics. But what has brought me back to, you know, speaking on the matters at hand is because of the demise of Dr. Edgar Chikaluungu and the injustices that have taken place. Now, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Lilian Mutambo. I am a human rights activist. I've got a master's degree in gender conflict and human rights law, and I've got a degree in social work. And that's why anything to do with people, I'm always speaking about people because the welfare of the people always matters to me. Regardless of your situation, your background, your race, you know, your religion, I stand for the people because I hate injustice. We were on a TikTok live and somebody asked me this question, Madam Lillian, if you were appointed or you were an MP, would you be speaking? And I told them one thing. My answer was, God did not allow me to work with UPND for this purpose. Because if I was working with UPND, I would have resigned, I would have stopped, and I would have started speaking about these things. And truthfully speaking, when somebody is as honest as I am, I'm brutal honest, there are people who will never bring you close. UPND gauged my honesty. That is why they didn't want to bring me close. And by the way, guys, politicians, such as even President Hakainde Hichilema, they sign agreements with other people. And when they sign agreements, those agreements are to satisfy the funders when they are in government. And that's why you see, when it comes to Mufumbwe, President Hakainde Hichilema has turned a blind eye. And the many issues that are going on in Zambia. Now, for the first time in Zambia, we have had many Zambians traveling abroad and becoming refugees. Initially, people would complain about the previous government, the Patriotic Front. But we never reached to this level where people would run away and be seeking asylum. Every government, when they send an ambassador to your country, they do what you call a report. And that report is about the relationship. What are things that are going on in the country? What are the happenings? And when I see careless statements from UPND leadership, it makes me worry if truly these people, they are educated, if they understand the relationship between America and any country in the world. If there's a country you should never fight, is America. If there's a nation you should never ever in your life even come on social media and start making careless statements, is America. Don't joke with America. America te kantemba. America is not your friend. So as we are starting this stream, I'm going to read a few articles, okay? So this person posted, U.S. government suspended $50 million worth of health to Zambia, if you remember, aid. And we knew about this through Michael Gonzalez, whom we can call is Captain America. That is a voice to the voiceless Zambian people. When it comes to cyber laws, we didn't know about cyber. It came from the American government. When Michael Gonzalez, the ambassador, issued a statement on the internet stating that any American who's entering Zambia must be aware that there is a cyber law. You and me did not know that it existed because it was never passed in Parliament as a bill. The agreements happened in President Hakainde Hichilema's house, I'm sure, because he's a one-man show. And right now, some people have taken this, Laz actually have taken this cyber bill to court because it was never put through the rightful channel of consultation with Zambian people. And then after consulting with Zambian people, it has never been taken to Parliament the rightful way. The president of Zambia right now is President Hakainde Hichilema, and is aware that UPND is losing elections next year. So how does he make sure he wins again? There is a statement that has been issued by ECZ where Sukota, Sikiwa Sukota made a statement with regards to electronic voting, which is a way of stealing, actually. UPND want to steal. And the ECZ have responded. Now, suddenly, the UPND are responding to things that we are complaining about because they know that the world is watching them. Now, Michael Gonzalez has been in the country for some time. When Dr. Edgar Chagalungu was supposed to travel abroad for medical, he was denied. Michael Gonzalez is aware. All right? On the first time, the second time. Then there's letters that have been written by the Zambian government to embassies asking them not to help Dr. Edgar Chagalungu or not to entertain him. Now, that letter, as an embassy, you can only receive that letter if the person is a criminal. Dr. Edgar Chagalungu was not a criminal. So, the American government is aware of the injustices that are happening in Zambia. How do they know? We have a report from the UN Special Rapporteur who came to Zambia and did an analysis. And that was a time when Dr. Edgar Chagalungu left Zambia for South Africa. Now, during that time, she met different people in Zambia, took out a survey, met President Hakainde Hichilema. And this is a very respectable office. This is a Human Rights Commission report that they were trying to do to assess the situation in Zambia. And according to the UN report, it said that Zambian people have been deprived from speaking. Zambian people have been silenced. Democracy has been compromised under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema. And it has never happened before. Okay? Rachel, get out of my page. I hate people who come to my page and you start advertising your candidate HH. That's stupidity. Don't come to my page when I'm speaking to people about real issues. You are so down that you don't even know what is going on. All right? Get out of my page. Nonsense. You think this is a joke? You think America is a contemporary? You know who America is. You people are jokers. Don't come here and annoy me. Nonsense. All right. So, after the $50 million, we knew about it and cyber bill through the America, President Hakainde Hichilema has never fired anybody. And the person who was in charge of that department of the Ministry of Health at the time when this corruption was happening, where they were stealing, is Sylvia Maseva. She's a thief. Tell Honorable Sylvia Maseva that Lilian Mutambo said you're a thief. She's a thief. She was fired by SATA. She needed to be fired by HH, but Hakainde Hichilema has kept her there. Only he knows the reasons. He has even given her another job to be working in the Ministry of Lands, where she's even stealing more land from people. Another thief. A big thief. Okay. So, $50 million, she's never been fired. In the SEC, we have a lady called, I don't know whether she's Mrs. Mwansa, but she uncovered a lot of corruption practices that are going on in the, UPND government. And about 4 or 5 ministers were mentioned as being corrupt. They were stealing funds from the country, like you guys. Okay, they're stealing money from you. And when those reports were, exposed and everything, what does Hakainde Hichilema do with his government? His relative, his relative, the person who is the SEC director is his relative. They come from the same place. Decided to fire this woman. So this lady has been fired. She's lost her job. This American ambassador is aware of that. All right? He knows that these are the things that are going on. There's no accountability. He even cried. He told Zambians, I wish you guys could be getting more of this funding. Now, you should be angry because your ARVs are affected. Your medical supplies, they're being tampered with. Instead of them giving you the supplies that are coming from America, the UPND government decided to be selling the medication that is given to you for free. So you should be angry. All right? They tell you to go and buy medication, and yet the US government has provided free medication. So you should be upset about that. America has come in as a lifesaver, and this ambassador is a strong person. If he wasn't strong, President Hakainde Hichilema, his government, it is alleged that they sent letters to the American government to say they should return him back to America, and it was declined. They cannot do that. All right? Now, after that, there is now a $15,000 visa bond issued on Zambians, right? On all Zambians and Malawi. Now, I feel Malawi is just a victim of circumstances. Because not so much we hear about Malawi, but I know that there are so many Malawians in America. Now, if I were you, don't tell people, I don't care about going to America, you should be worried. This government, UPND, doesn't like you. First of all, you are now being deprived from traveling to America because of UPND. You are now also deprived of you having access to your own minerals. These people entertain Bazungus to be collecting your minerals, and they are eating and enjoying and fattening themselves at the detriment of you, a Zambian. 100 people were murdered in Mufumbwe, and President Hakainde Hichilema justified that. And after that murderous case, all right, I call it murder, I came on those social media platforms. Guys, never underestimate what I say on this platform. Life is spiritual. I stated that I can guarantee you that some MPs and ministers will try to run away from Zambia to go to the US because next year UPND will lose power. And I mentioned America. I mentioned that I will write a list of the people who should be denied visas. I mentioned them. Jack Mwimbu should never be given an American visa. Mike Small should never be given. Cornelius Muitwa should never be given an American visa. Those of you who watch my videos, I stated this very clearly. And I also stated one more person. There were 4 names that I mentioned. Cornelius Muitwa, Mark, Jack Mwimbu, and another person I mentioned I will remember later. The reason why I mentioned these people is because so many injustices are happening in Zambia. And these are the face of UPND, and have brought injustice. I even did a collage. I said I'm going to share this on social media. I stated this. Look at what is happening now. The US government have put a cap on their visa. You know why? They know that these people have the capacity. They will apply for visas and they will try to run away to America. And also in this very period, whilst UPND is in leadership, a lot of Zambians are now seeking for asylum and refugee status in America. So they look at the report of suddenly, we only had maybe 2 Zambians applying before. Suddenly we have 3,000 Zambians applying. We must close our borders. All right? Now, I can worry so much. If this was Nigeria, I would say, okay, I understand because there's too many of them. How many Zambians even have the capacity to travel? How many Zambians can even afford to travel to America, let alone flying even to South Africa? Very few can afford it. The visa fee is about $200. Then you have to have about $1,000 for a ticket. Then you have to have at least $2,000 for, expenses, hotels, whatever. If you have family and friends, you can stay there. Now, America is the only country in the world where you and me can open a bank account without anybody stopping us, because America is a great country. America is the best country in the world, where they want many people to be there as investors. So they allow you to do certain things. So he knows that some Zambians will leave Zambia, go to America, and probably, if they are looking after somebody, get a job. I don't know how people do it there, but maybe they'll make some little money and come back. But that's not the reason. The reason is we have the wrong government in power. When America starts exposing you, it's not because they don't like you. It's because you have failed to be accountable. You don't like meetings with them to understand one another and how to work. If I'm removing $200 million to help your country, and I call you for a meeting, say, bia, come, let's have a meeting. Let's talk about this. Where is the $2 I gave you that day? I know I'm busy. Every day I'm busy. Wazungus don't like that. And certainly, President Hakainde Hichilema has been busy with Mufumbo mines and other mines and entertaining people and putting the Lobito corridor to entertain other people who will be looting our minerals at the what? At the expense of you, a Zambian. You are suffering. If you don't have 1 million kwacha in your account, this page is not for you. If you don't even have 2 kg of gold as a Zambian, whilst our gold is in different places in the world, Switzerland, different jewelry shops, and you don't even have 2 kg, please, this page is not for you. I am here to speak to the Zambian people who should understand that the injustice of President Hakainde Hichilema has caused us to be where we are. Dr. Chimba Kambwili, when he was making those tribal remarks, who was he working with? UPND. But what has UPND government done today? They have betrayed him. Now, if Zambia was speaking Swahili, nakupenda sana, it's different. Michael Gonzalez will not understand what we are saying. But we have seen how UPND has issued careless statements on their platforms. Mike Simao. I don't even like that guy. He's too arrogant. The UPND media person. Okay? He stated in his video that the UN Special Rapporteur is drunk. Are you okay? And on top of that, President Hakainde Hichilema is quiet. This silence is what destroyed PF. If only the PF leadership would listen when people were complaining, please makada batitengela matomato, but they played a deaf ear to the complaints of the Zambian people. Where is the Patriotic Front today? You understand? So even President Hakainde Hichilema, his downfall has already begun. Because a giant like America cannot be issuing statements like that. You should be worried as a nation. So when Dr. Chimba Kambwile has been put in the prison, and every injustice that is happening in Zambia that we can see, these people, they are not blinded by that. Remember that they have organizations that they fund in Zambia who give a report of the happenings that are happening in Zambia. And when they give these reports, the US government now responds to say, how can we move further with this country? So these guys are protecting their borders. Now, not only has America now put this embargo on Zambia, even the UK government has put a ban on Zambians. You cannot come to the UK as a nurse from Zambia. Why? Sylvia Masebo, she's the one who destroyed Zambia on that. By saying too many nurses are leaving Zambia to go to UK. But the question is the Zambian government able to give Zambians jobs? No. They boast about giving 30,000 teachers jobs. The question is, are they on payroll? Are they on salary? Have you seen their pay slip? You'll find that maybe 6,000 of them are the only ones who are getting paid. The rest, they are volunteers. The UPND government is good at numbers to lie to you people Zambians. And that's why they'll be doing kwenyu. Tell me, you guys who are in Zambia, which social media influencer with 1 million followers can stand boldly and challenge the injustice towards Chimba Kambwile, the injustice to people? None of them. You know why? They called them together. We have Pilato, who was your freedom fighter. Where is he? He's quiet. You know why? He's enjoying a fat salary. It was never about you. The agenda was never about you. So when you see people are offering checks and balances, you go and see their pages. UPND has sponsored so many people on payroll to come on pages just to insult. That is their job. They don't even watch your video, they insult. You go to Kasonde Mwenda's page, go to his TikTok. Nobody can match him when it comes to checks and balances and the views that he gets there. He's bringing out receipts. Guys, have you seen? But UPND ba mi vida ukuna basa ina madiu. Ukuna basa with the facts so. Guess what? UPND will go on his page, insult him. That is the job of a praise singer. They worship the government of Hakainde Hichilema without even understanding what is happening. But when you look at it, they are suffering as well. So that report has gone to Michael Gonzalez as well. America is aware of that. Now, the third thing that is happening right now is that today we woke up to a report from the US website telling us that there is a health alert for US citizens in Zambia. The US government has ordered that there should be immediate withdrawal of all US government personnel from Kitwe and nearby areas affected by the Sino metals. Now, this is the US government which protects its citizens in Zambia. All right? Your government is silent. They will not say anything. They've paid influencers to be saying good things. Yeah, daddy. Who is your father? A politician is not your father. We gave President Hakainde Hichilema a job. He's not my father. Oh. He's my employee. I employed him. My vote gave him a job. All right? Oh, daddy. No. As you're daddying about, daddy is enjoying gold from Zambia. Daddy has offshore account. You, uvutikati daddy. A daddy will make sure mwana unanjala, wadya, and tengako to go to 2 kg diako nai. Now tengako. How many of you can boast that you have 2 kgs of gold? None. But they are looting our minerals, this UPND government. Liswaniso has even boasted that he has 7 mining licenses. You, not even half, you don't have. And you want to vote them in to come and do what? To come and loot more minerals in our country? It was from cheat. So, the US government putting that $15,000 bond is for you and me. Unfortunately for you people, you have to apply from Zambia. Me, I apply from London. Yeah. I'm a Londoner. Yes. So you and me, when you apply for a visa, we are Zambians, okay? When you apply for a visa, you have to put $15,000 as a bond, money, in the bank account of the US. They freeze it, they hold it for you. When you go to America, you spend at the airport actually, you need to declare how many days you spend. They give you a ticket, what is called an entry, ticket, and gives you the days that you enter and leave. Normally it's 6 months. On that, you have to prove receipt that you paid money to the US government. And that money, you will receive it back when you come back to Zambia. So when you enter America, you spend time in the holidays, do whatever you like, and then you return back to Zambia. You now tell them. In fact, America, you don't need to tell them. Their system is electronic. They will know that you have come back. They will know. It's not like Zambia, which is tipante, where you don't even know who is missing. Somebody will be missing. People will be telling you they don't know where the person is. And yet, they know where they've taken the people. In this government, so many people are being abducted. We don't even know who. We have even lost count. All right? But they have a system where they check who is who. So, when you now enter Zambia, it will reflect that Thomas Chomba has returned to Zambia. All right? Then, your money will come back to your bank account. Now, for me, this 15,000 bond is to scare politicians. Because I can guarantee you, America will ask you, you're a politician, your salary is $2,000. Why and how? In fact, $1,000. Where did you get $15,000 from? Now you are paying this money. What are you going to do in America? They don't want to have many refugees in their country. My people, I am very angry on your behalf. You know why? America is a great country. When you see me, I'm in America, and I'll be saying American Gongo. In fact, in December, I want to just go and smell America. America is a powerful place. Nobody should cheat you, all right? In this time, this is my iPhone, guys. I'm on a WhatsApp group with Nigerians. Many of those Nigerians, this is a group which is EB2 visa group, all right? 976 Nigerians on that group. Free. They are giving each other information about the EB2 NIW visa. There's people with PhDs. If you go on YouTube, you'll find Nigerians. Why didn't Trump say, we don't want Nigeria, we'll put this ban? It's because the number of professionals that are from Nigeria to America are many. Even just here in UK, the current Minister of Immigration is a Nigerian, Kemi. There's no Zambian there. The ministers, the MPs, the councillors, the mayors in UK, majority you find that they're from Nigeria. Zambia, there is no. All right? Shut up, Antonio. Get out of here. All right? So, this EB2 visa, if I check, I'll show you people testifying to say, I've gotten my visa. I've gotten my visa. It's a work permit for Nigerians, Zambians, anybody to go that side. Zambians, we don't share information with each other. If I come here and tell you that the UK is recruiting, you come and start fighting me. That's what used to happen. So I stopped. I just watch you. Right now, somebody has approached me. There is an opportunity in New Zealand. We'll do a separate video on that one, where they need people and the person is willing to teach you. The person is from Botswana. Why? Because this person has seen, Mama Lillian, you have a heart for your people. Let them get this opportunity. So if you want to be part of the New Zealand people, tell me. It's free. The government is the one that is doing everything for you to go to New Zealand. Leave that country called Zambia for now. I think people have failed to run the country. That's just for some people, okay? That's a by the way. So now, with everything that is going on, Dr. Chimba Kambwe, the injustices, the arrests, Edith Nawakwi, passing on. She was denied cancerous medication when she was ill, you know. She was denied to go to hospital. Dr. Chimba Kambwe was supposed to go to hospital. So all those things, the embassies are aware. they will put these visa restrictions to send a message. That is their protest against Zambia. When you listen to the president of Botswana, sometimes I wonder where praise singers of Zambia, where your brain is. You should understand that in Africa, we have Traore, we have the president of Botswana, Duma, that have a passion for their people. We had Magufuli in Tanzania that have a, even the president of Namibia right now, she even said, any US citizen who wants to come to my country must apply for a visa. All right? It's not visa free. But we have our countries who worship Wazungus. Baba UPND, they worship Wazungus. When you worship Wazungus, they will treat you anyhow. Because they've seen that your own citizens, you don't treat them well. So them too, they will show you pepper, they will show you fire. If President Hakainde Hichilema would stand bold for his people and say, you know what? These mines, 50% for my Zambian people, 50% for the foreign investors. Everybody will be fearing to say, wow, this is a leader. That's what Duma has done. Gideon of Botswana. Traore has proved that Africa has money. Nigeria, too, their president has also proved that, look, there is money. Dangote, to show you that these Wazungus don't like you. And you Africans, we are our own enemies. You have all the copper, all the gold. You want to Nyopola alone. Instead of you sharing with the youths that fought for you battles, you want to eat alone. In Nigeria, Dangote said, I can do oil refinery in Nigeria here so that we don't need to export oil and bring it back as fuel. Who is stopping him right now? The fellow Nigerians, Africans. Who is stopping a Zambian from being rich? The fellow Zambians. President Hakainde Hichilema, UPND members, and the government, and everybody. They've discovered that Zambia is rich. Dr. Kenneth Kaunda loved us. He knew where the copper, the gold was. He reserved it for the future. As soon as UPND came in, they started setting drone cameras to know where the copper is, to know where the gold is. Next, Chinese are there. Next, Wazungus are there. Whilst you're a Zambian, you are at the mercy of begging for 50 kwacha. Whilst you're a Zambian, you are a junkie. Whilst you're a Zambian, mental health, giddy giddy. If you are living in poverty, abject poverty, and the government is not doing anything for you, and they are telling you go and apply for CDF because they know you want to write that English, then people don't love you. Africa will never be where it needs to be as long as we have puppets as leaders. Any leader who is a puppet is not fit to be a leader. Because as a president, you should look at the way your people are suffering. Provide these resources to them. I'm in UK here. They don't have gold, but they are richer than Zambia. Why? Every tax that comes, they make sure they share. It goes to the schools, free education. You are talking about, free education. You know what free education is? You have to provide quality books. If I show you just an exercise book of my daughter, that book in Book World will cost even 100 kwacha a book. Exercise book, plain, free. Pens, free. Books, free. Laptop, if you cannot afford laptop, the government provides for you. Why? Because they know that you are the future of this Great Britain. When they are calling it Great Britain, what do you think they mean? They mean what? It's a country that is great without others. You understand? The teacher's salary alone, if I just show you car park of teachers, the car, Audi, Range Rover, teacher. Our teachers, how much is their salary? They are living on loans. So all these sufferings, they know. About Malawi, I have a friend who's Malawian. She has complained about how they are disappointed with their president. Him too, he has brought all his relatives, all his region, I don't know how, whatever is, as the people. But the difference between him and President Hakainde Hichilema is him, at least he loves God. So even when people say, he's not doing enough, and then he just goes on Sunday, in the mighty name of Jesus, God loves you. There's Malawi, oh, he loves God. But President Hakainde Hichilema, he is a silent banner. He will not say anything, and he's pressing the remote. Now, the biggest issue that is happening here is the scandal of the funeral of Dr. Edgar Chagwa. How you assess a leader is how he brings unity in an event of a tragedy. My people, we had coronavirus. Dr. Edgar Chagwa brought us together. It was tough, all right? But in that hardship, at least we survived it as Zambia. In this time where you have lost a leader, President Hakainde Hichilema has not tried at all. And that injunction that he did, it messed him up. Because everybody is wondering, you denied this person to go to hospital. Why are you now concerned about the body? We are Africans. Whether we like it or not, we are superstitious. We are very superstitious. There is no way you can tell me you are my enemy. You don't even drink coffee and tea with me. Suddenly, when I now hear that you are not no more, I'll be the chief fundraiser. Hey, let's fund. People will ask questions. Social media. How come you are now worried and concerned about the welfare of this person? Are you the one who has a hand in their demise? We are Africans. You look at things in the African way. This man should have stayed away. He would have gained even more credibility. And the thing that has messed him, that is the fourth person, Chavinga. Chavinga messed up President Hakainde Hichilema. And instead of them addressing the allegations in the audio, we have Mama Nalumango, a mother that has failed to be a mother in our nation. You have never gone to Shifwema. Certainly nobody can refuse you to go to South Africa. You are not an enemy to Mama Esther. Why have you people refused to behave like mothers to go to South Africa and see Mama Esther? It's because you are holding on to loyalty. Look at things in the Ubuntu way. All these things America has seen. How does a president deny someone to go to hospital? Look, even a criminal in UK, in America, is taken to ICU, to hospital, to what? They even with the chains at the hospital when receiving treatment. Let alone a former president with no criminal record. But President HH will stand on, no, he has immunity. He had his immunity. 7 days, Wakateka, you couldn't even issue a statement to say, my brother is gone. Look at Waduma, how he has presented himself with his minister of lands that passed on, Bari Bashika, in his village, based on what the family wants. You could have worked with the family nicely. Ask for forgiveness. Sometimes, learn to pretend in this life. Yeah, I will say that. Pretend you are even being good by even apologizing, even if you don't mean it. But President Hakainde Hichilema, you are very stubborn, sir. And those around you like Doreen Mwamba, they have failed you because all they know is mafia mentality. Their mafia mentality is to use force. Everything that was happening in South Africa, you are telling me that America is not watching. They are watching. Michael Gonzalez obviously watched that court session. And they've seen how Chavinga's audio, obviously they have translators, interpreters in the office there. This is an audio, sir, that has leaked. Translate, the person translate. This person, hey, is that what they were planning? And then we see exactly what they were planning happening in South Africa. Look at those mamas that went to protest. Surely, have we reduced our country to this? The almighty Zambia, to a level of Chavinga, a grade 3, that cannot even write good spellings. And that is the level of President Hakainde Hichilema. Sir, for you to be an economist, you should have a certain level. For you to work even with Mr. Friday, who is a very respectable OP, you reduce him to a chola boy. Ow. When I see your team issuing remarks, I'm shocked. Today I've seen UPND page issue a remark. I am shocked that UPND is in government. You are acting like you are cadres. You are acting like you are going to be in government forever. Look, Africa had leaders like Idi Amin. You are nowhere near Idi Amin. Where is Idi Amin today? Life is spiritual. In a land like Zambia that we have dedicated it to Christ, you can do whatever you want. You can bring injustice. You can, make people silent. But never ignore the voice of a widow and the cry of a widow. So guys, I was shocked. There's a word I like to use, flabbergasted. Even if it means the opposite, I just like it. So excuse me if I use it. All right? I was shocked to see a whole UPND page issue a statement using what the Michael Gonzalez, the current ambassador to Zambia from America. Do you know America? Sometimes when I see UPND issuing statements, I ask myself, which school did these people go to? A country that you are begging, you are at their mercy, asking for medication, ARV, is the one you issue a careless statement. UPND wrote, this is gross misconduct. How can an ambassador take on the job of DMMU and the Ministry of Green Economy, Ministry of Local Government? They couldn't even spell local. Kadima Fontaine. Local Government and Ministry of Water Resources, then ask citizens to leave Kitwe. Is this the role of an ambassador? Working with and funding local newspaper to scandalize government. Immediate action must be taken. Details later. UPND. America just needs to send a signal. They will finish all of you in a second. Don't joke with America. Do you think America is your mate? You are issuing threats to America. Hey! We are being governed by useless fools, buffoons. How do you issue such a careless statement? This is not the first careless statement. The other statement was by Irene Khan. That woman is the UN Special Rapporteur, United Nations. Now you are insulting the ambassador of America in Zambia. Hey! This is the pride they've had. We have seen this before. UPND, you run. Me, personally, I will write a list of all UPND members that America should never give a visa. I'll petition. Because you cannot be this wicked. Very wicked in this life. And speak as if an ambassador is a fool. Somebody has issued a statement that the water in Kitwe is contaminated. You want to now discredit the ambassador. He is issuing that statement for his people. Okay? Ochelo, of course, I'm useless because by your name we know you support any rubbish from your region. We will see if 13% of you guys can win the election. As long as we're here speaking, no idiot can vote for UPND. Only idiots, fools like you can vote for UPND. Only a fool, a mad person can vote for UPND. How do you vote for people who are doing illegal mining? And you are Zambian, you're suffering. And at the end of the day, we should be clapping for you. Because you are God, you are not gods. And whether you like it or not, UPND is losing power in 2026. Whether you like it or not. You think Zambians are fools. It's a power to the people. This is UPND versus the people. How many of you are in UPND? We were just on TikTok watching Chibokolo, the biggest in Southeast, showing us his house. The boy is suffering. In 2025, election is next year. Who are you going to convince to vote for you? Why? Because you get 50 kwacha kupepe bange to take a volo, to go and take ama drugs ya kuchimbwa kaira, or tukushan kuchibolia. So to you, that's enough? They even bring you betting as a source of empowerment, and you are happy. Why would Hakainde Hichilema call Copper Belt Bali Belt? He's trying to tell you he's taken over Copper Belt. If you're on the Copper Belt, I, Lilian Mutambo, tell you, don't vote for anything that is red. Whether ni councillor, don't. I will guide you personally, the party you will vote for. President Hakainde Hichilema should even resign on moral grounds. You cause the demise of 100 young people in Mufumbwe, and you lie on a social media platform and on a podium when you were attending to visit pensioners or whatever workshop that you guys had, and say they had weapons. A baby passed away. You did not issue any good statement. Even to call the families, you didn't. 100 plus. And Jack Mwimbu busted in parliament that they kill for a reason. That's your government. So when they issue those statements, Michael Gonzalez is watching. You're not speaking Swahili. He understands. UK2 is watching. They understand. Dr. Shimba Kambwile, look at what has happened to him. Regardless of what he has done, HH, you are very ungrateful. This man helped you. He came out of the Patriotic Front whilst they were in leadership. He did not dine with them. He said, I refuse. Now, Mamo. And he started speaking and speaking against the Patriotic Front. They now try to take him to the police cells. But one thing we should assess is that you can see. One thing we should assess is that you can see that in everything that is happening in Zambia, a person who has a heart for our country cannot punish a person for like Kambwile, because he refused to dine with the Patriotic Front. And Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu, you can see that he had a good heart, because at that time he would have convicted President Hakainde Hichilema with a criminal offense for him never to be president. If former Zambians to liwa mulomo, chivote vote mwe na mwebene, mwe na mwebene, chivote vote mwe na mwebene. Somebody who was rejected 5 times at the ballot, 5 times, it was a sign. It's like even a relationship. You try once, you try again, you Pakafiofre. How many people have died under Hakainde Hichilema's watch? How many people are in prison? Some of them you don't know them because they are not on Facebook. Go to Chimbwakaira, go to Mwembeshi, thousands. Okay, yeah, Zambia is safe under the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema in your dreams. A leader that authorizes people to murder is not a good leader. Right now, we have a general, brigadier general. I knew about that story about a week plus ago. He refused to go as a diplomat. They sent people to go and gun him down. Right now, as we speak, he's in a coma. And they've taken his wife. So how sure are we? Even Shikaposha, the same thing didn't happen. How sure are we that even Chile, the same thing didn't happen with the wife? Why is it that under your reign, people are dying like flies? This is a dictator. Copying from Museveni. How Museveni is living his country, the same way he's doing it. You speak about anything, you are arrested. Where is Why Me? They've swallowed Why Me. And one day, UPND will pay for their crimes. You will pay for your crimes. And trust me, according to the reports according to any analysis that has been done, UPND is not winning the election next year. That is why President Hakainde Hichilema is desperate. He's now seeing how he can arrest Shimbakambwili to put fear in people. Right now, Binwell has a case. He wants to have Binwell have a criminal record. Very wicked, man. You are very wicked, Hakainde Hichilema. You are very wicked. You are a very wicked man. You should never be a leader again in Zambia. Never. And we'll boo you on the day of the inauguration. I'm telling you, you'll be booed. Zambians will boo you. How can you have Binwell Mpundu? You want to give him you wanted to give Binwell Mpundu a treason. It was the American ambassador, Michael Gonzalez, that called him. If you dare give Binwell Mpundu this, will involve Washington. Seditious practices. Ask. Go and ask him. Ask anyone in UPND who knows this thing. You understand? Yamuyamba making noise by your last name we know. Idiots. Get out. You understand? Ask. They will tell you. Now even do you know what he's doing? As we studied Hakainde Hichilema'S politics, he's adjourning their court cases. Adjourning. At the time of the filing, since his judiciary system, Judge Kudia Kunyopola, they will give cases. Look at what happened in South Africa. We watched the live of the court case. Live. Do we even know if truly Shimbakambwili deserve to be convicted? Are we there? Look at all these influencers. They've paid them. They are all Mushanina bodies. We even have celebrities going to dine, drink coffee with even Mwinde, who've even been named by JJ Banda as people who abducted him. Those are your leaders. They are criminals. Grade 2 mentality, mafia. If anyone speaks, hey, when are you coming to Zambia? We have you arrested. We were on a live stream on TikTok. When a PS in Zambia now told, I don't know whether it's a PS or whatever job is, I think it's a PS, been given a big position in government, in technology or whatever, told Robam from UK that when are you coming to Zambia, you'll be deported. Idiots. You think Zambia is your village? You think Zambia is your village? Now you've deprived Zambian people from receiving their visa because of the nonsense that is happening in Zambia under the UPND leadership. Malawi, I believe you are a victim of circumstances. I think they just didn't want Zambia to be alone. Otherwise, and I know the reason why is because Zambia and Malawi share a good relationship somehow, somewhere. And people used to like to use Malawian passports, Zambians. Now, I got it. Now I got it. Many Zambians, even to the UK to travel long ago, used to travel using Malawian passport. So that's the reason why, now it makes sense. Malawi is affected as a result of Zambia. Malawi, restrict your passport. Now, the Nigerians who flock every country. In UK right now, if you look in any hospital, any care home, any shop, it's Nigerians working. Zambians, we don't travel much. Instead of them restricting Nigeria, putting that 15,000, they've put it on Zambia, a poor country. A country where only one man wants to be the richest man in Zambia. President Hakainde Hichilema doesn't want anyone else to be rich. And I know. That's why even when Edgar Lungu said, me, don't pay for my medical. Allow me to just go. I'll go and look after myself. I'm sure he has assessed and said, hey, ECL is rich. I'm sure ECL is richer than HH. Yes. People who are rich, they don't brag. All right? I'm sure he's rich. By God's grace, he's rich. But whatever is happening right now in South Africa is a disgrace. It is shameful. And that AG, Attorney General, is a UPND cadre, a member. When we look at Parliament, you look at the Speaker, order, order, order. Bias woman. When we look at Chavinga, he's taken over the Patriotic Front. Why? Because HH wants to control the PF. He doesn't want them to be in power. The same thing that happened to MMD is what HH is doing to PF. But God will bring a vehicle that will ride with, and HH will be removed from power, whether he likes it or not. His time is up. The embarrassment is too much. The damage is too much. If you go to government offices, he's only put his relatives there. Go to ZESCO, it's his relatives. Go to the council, his relatives. Go to the ministry, everywhere. Even the other day, he sat in State House. Here it was Mulambo Haimbi. This side it was Jack Mwimba said, what type of a person is this? Even the bodyguard from Beijing is from his village. You understand? Even the other security that walk around with him, he say they're wearing suits. They are his people. He can't trust anybody else apart from his people. Now, Zambia is a big population. And we need to be fair when you give people jobs. At least, pela nko abantu dividing. Auku 10%, 20%, 30%. Not for work of 99% of the jobs. Ule pela abantu wakubushkumio. Now, when elections come, let's see. And Wamangala Zalomes is a big disappointment to women. You've been put there as a ECZ chair and even given a contract to a small boy with a criminal record to come and do a biometric for ECZ. All these antics is to rig. I received a phone call from a reliable source that right now they're targeting Southern Province, Northwestern and Western to go and register people to vote. And they are starting this project on the 10th. So you see what they are doing, the UPND. They are bringing so much kafuafua, confusion for the Patriotic Front to be busy talking about Kambwina mamwikata. Hey, UPND na mwikata Kambwina. Hey, kasuna mwena na mamwikata. Hey, Chitumbi. Hey, as you are busy. Hey. They are busy doing Mingalato. They are busy doing whatever. It is my prayer that on the day of voting, that 1 million votes that they want to steal and lie, people who understand politics and the system of corruption and voting should be there to protect the votes. And as an organization and as people, Zambians, we should monitor the votes by fire, by force. There is no way you can bring so much injustice. You issue statements. We don't want anybody to wear PF regalia. We don't want you to do this. Everything they've done is to silence people. And any government that silences people, they are not with you. It means they are puppets. So Trump has issued that there should be a deposit of $15,000 for Zambia. And then another thing, important thing that happened, guys, is that there has been an alert that Wachimba Kambwili has been evacuated from the police cell, wherever he was. He's been evacuated to Mainasoko. I don't know if it's true. I don't trust Mainasoko. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't trust it. Because even the people there right now, they're all from one village. No, I don't trust them. You should have allowed this man to go to India and have his medical done there. Why are you giving him to come to Mainasoko where you have your people there? No, I don't trust. I'm sorry. Okay, so he's been evacuated from Milima Correctional Facility to Mainasoko Medical Center. I'm sure by the government. Somebody saying, oh. So as a praise singer, I'm sure, how do I find myself saying this nonsense? Yeah, it is you who's nonsense. And respect yourself. As poor as you are, you can't even afford a bag of meal. You come to my page, how dare you? I can feed you for the rest of your life. So don't come to my page to discredit what I'm doing. Nonsense. So the ECZ chair, all right, and this is a UPND politics. All they know is to insult people, disrespect people. They have no sense. rubbish, zombies. They don't even understand the sufferings of people. They are not in touch with reality. Okay? They are not in touch with reality. You are talking about HH 2099. Sorry. I was blocking an idiot. You are talking about HH 2099. Are you okay? Nonsense. Sorry, guys. I turned the camera to where the light is. All right. So, again, the ECZ has responded to Scotta, Sakwiwa Scotta, who made an issue out of them having secret changes to electoral laws, and electronic voting. All right. So the ECZ has stated that they have noticed a serious concern of the recent media reports and public statements attributed to Mr. Michael Piri with editions of 3rd and 4th of August, respectively, suggesting that the ECZ is secretly altering electoral rules and introducing electoral voting. Now, thank you so much, Mwila, for stars. How did we get to this situation for them now to start responding? Because they now know that we have people who are speaking. If we're not speaking about these issues, the UPND government would have gotten away with a lot of things. All right? You can't have a government that is always making sure that somebody's sick, they go to prison and they die. Somebody's sick, they don't allow them to go to hospital, they die. And you'll be clapping for them, and you come and tell me 2099. Not here. How dare you? Thank you so much, Belina. I won't be distracted. They are very annoying. I want to buy chula. Somebody saying Magwila Kulai vehicle is breaking. Oh, really? 2026 is fair. Someone is going. Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe sometimes you need to go and come because I can see people coming and going. All right. So now the ECZ people, there's a letter that has been issued. They are saying the commission categorically denies these allegations as they are unfounded, misleading, and aimed at creating unnecessary public anxiety. In addition to the commission takes a great exception in the institutions, whatever. You see? So they are now scared now that we are responding. Meanwhile, I also want to read a letter that I received from somebody. Somebody said to me, Dear Lilian Mutambo, anointed counsel from God, I greet you with grace. What you are doing right now may not make sense to many. You may even be perceived as an enemy when in truth you are not. Okay? But I pray in the almighty name of God that people will come to realize you are not acting out of personal interest, but for the good of the many Zambians who cannot defend themselves. As the Bible says, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. I continue to pray for your long life and also for Blaze Zambia, especially with the reports that he is wanted, all right, by Oscar Purpose. Stay strong and remain guided by the hand of God. I don't even know this person, and this person sent me this message. I lose nothing if I keep quiet. In fact, I can just live my life and be enjoying to go to Dubai, show you people pictures of me in a bikini, and enjoy my life. Take my children to private schools like I already do. All right? Take them on holiday. I need a break. Christmas, I'm planning to go to America, to Florida, to go and see Disneyland. And watch you suffer. I lose nothing. But that's not what God has said for me. He has said, go and speak for the people. That is why, even when I don't want to speak, God will say, go and speak. This is why we are here. We are speaking because there is no way we can be allowing a leadership that feels like they came into power because they are there. We put you there and we will remove you. It's a job, it's a contract. 5 years you don't perform, out you go. We give another person an opportunity. Another person doesn't perform, out you go. HH is not staying till the 29th, my friend, in your dreams. All right? And then another, I think I needed to read something else. Okay, there's another public notice with regards to all these things. Again, this is another public notice. But the issue is with the bond. So let me read this, okay? From BBC News. Yeah, HH Paka 29 to Kumien. Hi. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much. You know, it's amazing when people are not exposed. Na passport itawako hata. And you are busy defending a government that is fighting America. I'll continue. Tukamana fa ukavutuka. America tetimbuya. Do you think America is the way you are treating all our people? You are treating Wakambwiri. You think you can do that to America? Oh, by soap. Oh, size. All right. So, the U.S. demands $15,000 deposit for visa applicants from 2 countries out of the whole Africa. Zambia to Asevana. Out of 2 countries in Africa. Mwelesa. If they even said Ghana and Nigeria, I can believe. Zambia. How is Zambia? These people, this European leadership, they've finished you. They must go. 2 countries. This is by Pauline Collar, BBC News. And she says, the U.S. will require citizens from Malawi and Zambia to pay a $15,000 or £13,300 a deposit for a tourist or business visa, according to the U.S. State Department. The 12-month pilot program aims to curb visa overstays or where screening and vetting information is considered deficient, according to a notice published by the State Department. Officials say that citizens of countries other than Malawi and Zambia may soon also need to pay a similar deposit. Why are you starting a pilot on Zambian people? Okay? This is a protest against Hakainde Chile. As soon as HH is no longer president, they'll remove this. Why is it within 12 months? Because many of his people will run away from Zambia. And they are on a watch list. I told you guys, don't underestimate social media. I told you guys, Jack Mwimbu, Cornelius Mwito, Max Mwawe, and Tabinga, these 4, America should never give them a visa. Ever. All right? So, according to this BBC News report, officials say that citizens of countries other than Zambia and Malawi obviously may soon pay the deposit, which will be returned at the end of their visit to the U.S. Exactly what I was saying. So the U.S. administration has taken several steps to further Donald Trump's agenda of stemming illegal immigration. But why Zambia? Why not Nigeria, who have a population of 365 million people, and at least we have more than 100,000 Nigerians in just a small town like Chicago, Illinois? All right, Chicago is big, but there are so many Nigerians. It's just a small place. In just Texas alone, there's more than at least 300,000 Nigerians. So why not go for them? You understand? It's because this is a sign that HH is losing elections. When America starts doing this to you, you will go. Forget about what people are comforting you to say, no, it's because he refused. He did not refuse to be what? When you don't do the right thing, and America can see that you are playing with their money. The money that America is spending on your ARV Zambia is taxpayers' money. United States people working for you. And then your government will be playing around with the aid. On top of that, go and even borrow money from NAPSA. I was shocked that UPND even collected loan from NAPSA. My father's pension, no. I wonder if they'll give us our money for my father. NAPSA. They went to collect $600 million from NAPSA for them to build road, to build the bridge, UPND. Economics, that cannot do economists. You understand my English? It's up to you. I told you UPND need education. If they don't have education, this, you understand, this is our broken English of this platform. They don't have education. That's why. All right? So, this is about stemming illegal immigration. Trump has signed an executive order. HH, you have finished. I've finished this. For America to sign an executive order in Zambia, my brother, my friend, my father, you are gone. Gone. America, tabasekana wochimbuya wetata. You are gone. Trump is the one who signed an executive order of all the countries in Africa. Africa has how many countries? 50 what? How many countries are there in Africa? There are 52. Basha Botswana, Basha Namibia. They've left all this, South Africa. They've left Nigeria, Ghana, Tunisia to come and pick on Zambia. Hey! Wechalo mutule. Executive order. May I feel Malawi is a victim of circumstance. They've calculated because they've seen that Zambians use Malawi passport to go to America. 54 countries. 54 countries. And you choose Zambia. You took taxpayers' money and you used it to dance. This is the reward from Trump. Within the leadership of UPND, corruption. You imagine pro-power. Washana Zimbabwe. This is embarrassing. You should be upset. Do you know $15,000? $15,000 is a lot of money. Close to, is it 200,000 kwacha also? I think. You calculate for me, people. How much is it? 15,000 times 21 kwacha. Then you'll be there. Hey, nababosha dollar. Keep on lying to yourselves. The economy right now is baddest. The UPND government is failest. And they are now proving themselves by speaking carelessly to the American government. You touch an American, you touch America. You touch one American, you touch the whole America. Don't joke with America. How do you make such careless statements about America on your useless page? You are even, do you know how shameless they are? You are using American Facebook to insult America. My people, UPND Zambia page is using American Facebook to insult America. Hey, third world country that relies on medication and aid from other countries, that you are beggars, you rely on IMF to survive. You now issue statements. You see that they follow this pride from their leader. You fail to humble yourself to shikaba SEO muchine na muchinga. Your followers are also proud. Let them be proud. You will soon understand the power and value of America. If I were you, I would start making friendships with America. Me, I knew. When Trump invited Tanzania, do you remember Trump invited 5 presidents to America? I knew that Zambia will not be on that list. And now this. When you are building the Lobito corridor, you think the Americans don't know? When you're signing deals with other people, you think they don't know? All these things America can see. Their eyes are open. Remember, America has a satellite in Zambia that is watching everything. Even when you're talking in your secret corner, they have satellite, they're tapping. They know your conversation. You allowed America to set up a base there, a secret base there. You think they came to set it up there for what? So it is easy to even, when you are sending your ballot papers, let me give you a secret. When UPND will have a van to do ballot papers to be sending them, say, the extra ballot papers, you know who America is. America. Taweesha wetat. America. Ha? Kokwino koko mwaberesha no kukwina wa UPND mle kasef koko kwino ku Zambia. Don't add America, please. Please. For the sake of me and my Zambian people, please. Fight alone. Don't add Zambia. Okay? Allah. Mutumika mutu. Do you know how America is? It's about 343,000 kwacha. Who can have 343,000 kwacha in this UPND Njala economy? In fact, that's my caption for today. UPND Njala economy. Type for me, UPND Njala economy. Who's going to have that money? That 343, even if you have flats, your tenants pay you. By the time you receive that money, you pay school fees, you buy food, the money is finished. Now, even 10,000 kwacha is nothing. 20,000 kwacha is nothing. Instead of you humbling yourself, you are now issuing remarks to brag, to disrespect America. Let me show you this, because in case my YouTube people want to see this comment from America, from how UPND stated on America. Yeah, mweresa. Somebody who gives you ARVs and the medical. Kaluku said, it's only people who are stranded. You don't understand America, so shut up. You are not a business person, so you don't know anything. Get out of here. All right. So this is UPND Zambia page, my people from YouTube as you watch. This is the statement that they've issued, all right, on their page. UPND Zambia on their page issued this statement against America. Hey. So is this how power is so sweet? That now UPND feel they can talk about the great America. Do you know America, you? Sometimes education is important. Sometimes even being quiet is okay. Must you talk about everything? Must you come? Imagine, and the person who even wrote, even the English is wrong. Hattie, who are you to talk? Are you DMMU? You are receiving aid. You are beggars from America. Imagine a beggar telling the funder. Imagine, let's put it this way. Someone takes you to school, sponsors you, and you start telling them, would you do that? Let's be realistic. Wa Fabian, wa Cassandra, wa Aaron. Can you do that to somebody who is paying for your school fees? Somebody who's paying your rent? Eh? But Hakainde Hichilema, you have bad people that surround you. Your leadership is a failure. You have failed to tame your cadres. America. Hey. Even just at the airport of America, you know you're in America. Security, bre. Can you compare with that Zambia? You are just that airport. Which security do you even have? Before you can enter, they've put glass everywhere. You go in there, you enter. What are you here for? When was the last time you're here? They do fingerprints. How much do you have? You can enter. It's the country you want to joke around with. Only you who've never traveled. I'm sure the person who posted has never even traveled. It's just an admin. Me, I have traveled to America. And I'll tell you, you should be angry that this door is closed for Zambians. It's not a nice thing. There will be conferences in America. There will be different opportunities for you to go. How are you going to go when they're asking you for $15,000, $343,000? Which relative can borrow you that money to say, let me show this as a bond? Who will give you? Allah. They said that the High Commissioner was drunk. Can you imagine? Let them continue talking like that. UPND, you are going. Even when you watch this video, please screenshot this. I, Lilian Mutambo, have said this. In 2026, UPND have already lost power. Because already your ministers are the ones who are even leaking information to why me. They unalived why me and try to blame it on the patriotic front. Everything that was happening, gassing. How come you've never found the person who was gassing? Clearly, even abductions are only in your thing, UPND. There was never any abduction in PF. All right. Yeah, Shavens, of course, by your name we know. In your village, you vote for Hakainde. Us, who are normal Zambians, we are not going to vote for HH. Alaiwe. Kanomo tesana, you and your leadership. Abantu ababa normal, you will not speak about America like that. You don't joke with America. So your government, your useless leadership is the reason why we have been asked to pay $15,000. If your leadership listened when Gonzalez was crying and was asking for accountability on the medication, you would have heard better things. You don't deserve to be in America to go and visit this country. That's what it means. It is, instead of banning HH, he has now banned everyone. And already, if you remember, guys, now I remember, there was a 3 months notice that was given to the Zambian government by the American government to respond. They never responded. These are the results. There was a 3 months notice that the government should respond, 30 days or so, to respond to some of the allegations and for them to, I think it was about, I forgot what it was, but there was a notice. And of course, UPND government is a Chipante government, is full of people who are just eating, mind stealing, enjoying themselves. They don't care about Zambian people. They didn't care. So the reason why we're in this mess is because UPND does not care about you traveling to America. They don't care about you accessing opportunities elsewhere. And even in your country, Zambia, right now, they are making sure that you, as a Zambian, do not access any support or any help anywhere. They'll tell you, go and meet her and follow. 400 kwacha. According to UPND, you are worth 600 kwacha. According to UPND, you are worth 1,500 kwacha. My people, UPND will come, eat their money. Don't vote for UPND. I resigned on moral grounds. I don't associate myself with people who are full of injustice. A kind of leadership that has even called preachers to tell them, stop talking about things that are happening in Zambia. They are even arresting preachers. But Prophet Shepherd Masala was even in the cells. And they used him as an example. And Shepherd Masala now, when he's giving prophecies, he's mapinda. And have you listened to the prophecies? You that you are saying, HH Paka 2090, be careful of your wishes. Listen to the prophecies that we've shared on our platform. Life is spiritual. You guys don't love HH. If you love HH, you tell him the truth. When you tell somebody the truth, at least he can pick one or two things. I was asking the other day, where is Mama Mutinta? Today she has shown up. Okay, she showed up yesterday. But even when I see them together, I don't think Mama Mutinta is happy with the way her husband and his government is dragging the Lungu matter in South Africa. I'm sure she doesn't even understand. When you look at the body language, as people have studied body language psychology, there is no. Some things people just do it for keeping up appearances. Because what will people say? Already they were talking, where are you? Where are you? Let's go. Take Umalido. After that, she'll go in hiding again. We pray for Mama Mutinta, for God to be by her side. Because what is happening in Zambia is not something I am sure she anticipated. I'm sure she's also asking, are you the same person that was advocating for ABCD? Suddenly you have changed. President Hakainde Hichilema'S changed. Okay. All right. Or somebody saying, do I have something to do? No, I don't have anything to do. Yeah. That's why I come here to speak. When you people, you'll be crying, oh no, we take over church, I'll be in the Bahamas by God's grace, sipping on champagne, and tell you, I told you. You'll be crying and crying. You better wise up now. How many of you Zambians have even flown to any Caribbean islands like Jamaica? How? Where? When you have gold, which just 2 kg gold can change your life. Why can't this man say 2 kg per household, I'll give you gold for you to start something, a capital? He wants to be richer, richest, the richest man in Zambia, alone. When you listen to Mama Matipa's testimony about how President Hakainde Hichilema treated her, we shouldn't be surprised of everything that is happening. He told her, go and look for money if you want us to open the house for the funeral. HH ordered to lock up a funeral house. So if Mama Esther Lungu had come to Zambia, I can guarantee you, HH and his team would have taken the body of ECL from the airport. The way they are dragging the body of ECL, the matter. ECL was not eligible when he was alive. He is dead. He's not eligible. And ECL, all those things he was saying he was going to stand, he was just teasing this, the whole political arena. He knew he was not eligible, but he said, I will stand, I'll be there. Just that statement. You don't even know who Plan B is. Me, I know who Plan B is. And you'll be shocked at how Zambians will vote for Plan B. You think because I'm posting ABC, the one that will be president, I've not even posted him on my social media platform. I'm reserving him for security purposes. When I post him, you will know. I'll just say it's here. Deputy Zaid. Just a small statement of Lungu saying, I'm going to stand. I'll be president. I'll be back. It was just teasing. Those are politics. You said it shaky. He's coming back. He was a fierce cop. You actually got rid of the wrong candidate. Or let me say, you got excited over the wrong person. The Plan B is somebody that I've never posted on my page. I know who Plan B is. My people, as you see me here, I'm not just a person who comes on Facebook. I am an organizer. I speak to people. I have meetings, me. I'm a unifier, me. Ask anybody. You think I just come to Facebook and talk to you? I will spend 2 hours, 3 hours, and when I call, everyone answers my call. Not in the way you PND, you think you are embellished by Facebook. They are answering my call. Why? They know the capacity we carry. If you've never heard of powerful women before, God has raised me to be that powerful woman now. And we are unifying people in the background, me. So I will not be careless to bring my Plan B, to bring our Plan B on Facebook, for HH to start following the person. So that you'll be following the person. The next thing, the one that will be president of Zambia, you will know. Fika Iranga. I've never even shared. I've just been giving you teaser. By the time we reach May, it will be too late. By then, we'll put security from America. 24-hour security. You can't even touch this person. Ulabeja. You think I'm what? I come to Facebook to yap. Me. If you've heard of women of substance, me, I'm also Winnie Mandela in my own capacity. Me. Lilian Motambo. Ask any of them. If they will not answer my call when I call them randomly at Tizachi Punjab. Me. So my people, let them make noise on Facebook. as we gather and group and we monitor the elections in 2026. We are not joking. And when we monitor the elections, you will now know, when you see me as a VVIP on inauguration, as we boo Hakainde, I'll be in VVIP. VVIP. Kusogolo kwa mbele kuja. Don't underestimate us on social media. Even Michael Gonzalez is watching. America is watching. UK is watching. That there is somebody that God has raised as a voice. As your influencers are showing you bikini on Facebook, I come here. I know most of you people don't understand why I wear chitambala and I come like this. I am a Pan-Africanist. This is what we do. We don't come here with Brazilian hair. You won't listen to my message. So I have to come like this to speak to you. So if you are thinking, oh, maybe I'm just a noise book on Facebook, you don't know the people I talk to now. The president of Zambia, I have never posted him on Facebook. You will know soon who the president of Zambia will be. But that's how I feel. Show us, you come to our TikTok asking, who is it going? I'm just looking at you. So that you should go and eliminate the person. No. So that you should look for a case for the person. No. All right? So we'll keep on speaking and sharing with you guys what is happening in Zambia. Remember to join us on TikTok. Remember to join us when I share any live stream on social media. I'm also sharing a very important man of God, Apostle Sunday Sinyangwe. Join his prayers. Listen to what he's praying about our nation, Zambia. It's very important. This battle is not physical. It's spiritual. So in as much as I'll talk and give you sense, tell you my 2 cents here and there, you also need to be prayerful for yourself, for your life, for protection, and over the nation of Zambia. Because there are things that have been done that are very spiritual. Removing a freedom fighter from our money is a spiritual thing that was done. That freedom fighter should be back on our money in 2026. There's a reason why it was removed. Our ego, I don't know whether it's flying now. That's also another spiritual thing. There is no freedom in Zambia. That's why they've removed the freedom fighter. All these decades, our freedom fighter has been on our money. You come and remove that on our money. Olabeja. 2026, UPND must go. In the name of Jesus. People mocked at Trump. You can never be president again. Look at him. After 5 years by Biden, did they go in another term? Kamala, where is she? And then the people were friends with Hakainde, and he was making negative statements about Trump. Has he even gone to America to meet Trump? How can he even go and meet him? They are very careless at making statements. And they think because they're in power, they're above America. Tekanyeni. Tekanyeni. Okay? So guys, take care. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. And for those of you on YouTube, remember that if you are in the diaspora, we have a WhatsApp group where we are working, sharing information, and meeting each other on TikTok to speak about issues. We are waiting to bury our leader, former President Dr. Edgar Chagwa, and then we'll start live streaming of videos and talking about real life issues. For now, I'm just coming here and there, keeping the pages updated, because it's important that you know what's going on. Every day there's a matter in this European government. Every day there's an issue. But you know what? God is God. And he will show himself strong in our country. Tell UPND that Plan B, Lilian Mutambo has never posted him on social media. Lilian Mutambo has never posted Plan B on social media. And just know that we are Winnie Mandela in us. All right? Winnie Mandela plus Edith Nawakwe and God plus Jesus on top. No matter what anyone says, my people, Zambia is for Zambians. And any Zambian who decides to be an enemy to fellow Zambians does not deserve to be a president. I'm sorry. Presidential position is not a love affair. When you fail, we leave you. You go and look after your cows. All right? So, in whatever you are doing, my people, just know that God is real. He's able. And remember, what did we say? UPND. What economy? Njala economy. All right? That will be our caption for today. Thank you so much, guys. I gotta go. I've got meetings. I start my meetings by 6 o'clock. I'm already there. We're having meetings. Don't underestimate me. So I'm going in another meeting. I've got a Zoom meeting with other meetings about Zambia. That is me. So don't think I just come on Facebook and yap and it ends there. I am busy. We are strategizing. No matter what, Hakainde Hichilema and his people must pack. His time is up. Unfortunately, UPN, they are so excited. Hey, we've been in opposition to 3 years. No. Ubuteko is not about ukutintana. Like the way Mletintana Chitumbi to South Africa. No. Ubuteko is about people saying, we trust you, you can be in leadership. But if people say, we don't need you, you leave. Chapwa. Kwa mana. Njito ya sila. So guys, take care. Let me rest a little bit. I have a cup of tea, coffee. I have Zoom meetings and so many meetings where we strategize about my country, Zambia. And guys, if people will tell you, hey, she's being paid, I am paying myself because I know that I'm doing God's work. That's why God gave me a miracle last week, a very big miracle in this country, because he has seen that the work I'm doing is to his glory. So go a little more times. I love you guys. See you on my next video. Take care.